Yeah.
Well, I want to bring in Steve and Berla because there's a big announcement today, and I kind of want we don't have to talk too long, but I kind of want to get some feedback from you guys. Hey, Steve. Hey, Berla. What's up?
Hello.
Hey, friends. Hey, dude and dudettes.
I've got Glenn here, Glenn from Board Games and Bourbon, and we're looking at the Spiel des Jahres nominations. They just came out today. I love talking about these things. You talked about awards, so it's a good segue to talk about awards in the board game industry. I think the Spiel des Jahres has a place here in America. There's been a roiling debate over there in Europe of what that place is, but the announcements for today about the nominations, and in the regular Spiel, the regular Spiel des Jahres, it's Captain Flip, In the Footsteps of Darwin, and Sky Team. Any comments? Any predictions from you three?
Captain Flip feels like a name that I give a really ornery guy who gets in a lot of arguments.
Captain Flip the Table would have been great, huh? I have only played Sky Team. I think played it about 4 or 5 times. You can play it on BGA, so I played it a couple times on BGA, but I've actually played it live in person too.
What was on there?
That's one I like.
I've played Sky Team once in person, and I've played Captain Flip a couple times on BGA. The middle one, I've barely heard of.
Steve, I've played 0.
Steve, our friend Dave Duga loves Captain Flip. I mean, he's.
I heard that Captain Flip was serving under Major Snarky. Is that correct?
Yeah. I don't play games online much because the interface drives me crazy. And let me tell you, if I never played a game on Tabletop Simulator again, I would be totally fine because
that's terrible. Yeah, get on board Arena with us.
Has anyone ever played a game on TTS and been like, "That was great"? No, nothing feels fun.
BGA I do like though, Glenn. BGA I do like playing the games on there
because
the interface is great there.
There are things that are better.
So I have a running bet with Time Roller because Time Roller plays everything. Time Roller, have you played any of the Spiel des Jahres? Captain Flip, In the Footsteps of Darwin, Sky Team. I am going to say Time Roller has played 2 of the 3. That's my bet.
Agreed.
That's my bet.
Agreed. I'm on 2.
Lock it in. So we'll see. This is a frequent occurrence on the show, Glenn. Or we call it Stump Timey. Can we stump Timey with a game that he hasn't played? It's only happened a couple of times. So back to list. So you haven't played any of these, right, Glenn?
Me? Well, you know what? If I had my glasses, I could read it.
Captain Flip, In the Footsteps of Darwin, and Sky.
Yeah. No, I haven't played any of those. You know what? I spend most of my time playing. There are games that I don't promote. So the publishers send me games I have to play. So I'm doing those all the time to even understand what I'm talking about. But I have played a few that
he's got a few there. So Glenn, our scoring, Steve and I were both right, 2 out of 3. Verla, did you bet? No.
I didn't.
You didn't? Yeah, I didn't. All right, how about the Kinderspiel? So that's the connoisseur's game of the year, Glenn.
Okay.
So that's Daybreak, the new cooperative game from Matt Leacock.
Yeah.
The Guild of Merchant Explorers, which actually came out a couple of years ago and was one of my top 6 games of the year. I love this game. It's Matthew Dunstan and Brett J. Gilbert. That's the same guys from what's the Greek mythology game?
Dingleberry Express.
No, not one. Elysium, yeah. And then Ticket to Ride, Legacy of the West. Spoiler alert, my top 3 game of the year.
Oh, nice.
Really we just finished the campaign last week.
Of Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride, Legends of the West. It's a legacy campaign that goes over 12 games. Designed by Alan Moon and Rob Davio together with Matt Leacock. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. So but
all the drama that Ticket to Ride can bring, huh?
Over 12 games. Can you imagine playing 12 games of Ticket to Ride back to back?
I don't think anything in life could get better.
I dug it. The storyline is there. I can't say that my game group, and we played it with the full play count, I can't say that my game group actually cared about the storyline at all. They just liked playing Ticket to Ride where we added a new rule every game. And that's basically what it is. It's like It's like playing Ticket to Ride with 12 expansions back to back to back. So
that's a tough one. When Ticket to Ride is not really a story-based game, it feels like you're forcing campaign onto something that is a one-off, a one-shot.
But it does make sense. And, I won't spoil it. The story actually does make sense.
Okay.
So
Okay.
You have to trust me on that. But thematically speaking, they take the game and they take the setting and they say, okay, you're going to start on the east. I'm not spoiling because it's on the back of the box. You're starting on the eastern seaboard and you're going to try to connect. You're going to try to build out the map. So every map is a little different. And that's
Is
kind
like
of
on the eastern seaboard, is DC and Connecticut right next to each other?
yeah, with Montreal right
Ah,
there.
good.
Yep. It's like a
That's the
20-minute
BJ
drive
map.
to Montreal. Yeah,
Faithful.
exactly.
Faithful.
Oh no, Louisiana doesn't exist in this game when you
It
start.
hasn't been
It's not
purchased
even
yet.
there.
Okay,
They haven't even
gotcha.
found it yet. So it's an unusual map, but hey, look, Jay says TTR. So I'm assuming DJ Bell has played that. So any thoughts on these three? Because I haven't played Daybreak, but I've played the other two.
I haven't played Daybreak.
I have Daybreak on the shelf unplayed. Unfortunately.
You know, I admire people who have the wherewithal and the time to play 12 of any of one game. Like, I think I played the
It took 7 months, Glenn.
yeah.
It took
Oh, well,
7
this is the thing. Let me tell you why I don't play campaigns anymore. I don't really play campaigns, and I don't play escape room games anymore. Okay, twice I got an exit game, and they put the wrong rules in the book. Oh, it was a disaster. I didn't know what was happening. Drove me crazy. But I played, I think, Risk Legacy. It was packed wrong. That's Hasbro. I would just chalk it up to that. The wrong things were in the wrong places and it didn't make sense.
That's
and
crazy.
then I played Pandemic Legacy 1. I really enjoyed it. But it it might have been the second time I tried, or maybe it was Legacy 2 I bought. It took so long for me to organize my group to get together. And every time we played it, which was not like week after week after week, I had to read that whole rule book again to remember what all the itty bitty things were. And I was like, it was just too much for me. Going through like all the convolutions of what it was going to be. But I admire the people who can get through that. I am interested in Daybreak. I think Rob and who are those
Matt
designed
Leacock.
by? And
Yeah.
Matt. So I have Matt's Forbidden Jungle. Actually, Matt and I were just talking on Facebook the other day because he's in California too. And so I do want to check that out. I like Matt's idea, and I like that everything is, Forbidden Island, all those games, they're all kind of like just rubs on Pandemic, like that, which I really dig. My favorite Pandemic is actually Pandemic Cthulhu. It's probably their
Always
easiest.
wanted to play that one.
It's just it is almost like if Arkham Horror is the big one, and then Eldritch Horror is down here, and then maybe Elder Signs, and then you got like a Pandemic Cthulhu is a little easier. But I really enjoy it. I wish they made expanded content for that.
Cthulhu
That was a lot
and
of fun.
Iberia. That's the two that I've always wanted to play, and I haven't played either one. Yeah.
Cthulhu is a good one of that. It works well.
Yeah.